About to go live here. And we'll pop over here too and go live over here. See what we got going on over there. Hey, good morning. It's going to be Cowboy Coffee time. We're doing the holiday Hoop Nanny episode. A little pre-production here. If you're tuning in already, you'll catch me getting ready. And we'll hit this to go live over here on the phone. Hey, good morning, everybody. Well, here we are for Cowboy Coffee time. It's Cowboy Coffee time. Cowboy Coffee time. There's the old coffee pot. Shaking her there for you. Cowboy Coffee time. Good morning. Hope you had a great Christmas. And Christmas is over. Everything been unwrapped. All the wrapping paper tore up. Hopefully you had a good time and had your family with you. Family time, that's what it's all about, isn't it? We had our family over and we had a great time. Enjoyed everybody and just being together. Had all my children, my grandchild, and their spouses, everybody here. So it was just a great time. Very fun. Very nice to be together. That's what it's all about. That's what everything's all about. Family and being together. And this morning, I just want to remind you, we got the, I'll do it in both cameras here. I'm on YouTube here. So for the YouTube camera, Cactus Trail, the new book. I'm holding it up in the camera for the YouTube broadcast. And then here, for you guys on the phone, I'm running the Facebook. So Cowboy Coffee time, and we got the new book, Cactus Trail. It's a Western. I dedicated it to a good friend in England, the late Bob Vincent. He passed away way too early. Miss Beverly, good morning, and Merry Christmas to you too. So you'll see on my phone there, I'm doing the Facebook on my cell phone. So it is going to be left-handed there. Look like I'm playing left-handed guitar. No, I am not left-handed. I'd hate to try that. That wouldn't work for me. Now on the YouTube, it's got, I don't know why the phone does it. That shows you backwards. And YouTube is straight up, and that's right. So I'm on my YouTube channel. If you haven't followed me, please go over to Larry Alderman YouTube channel. It'll come up when you search it, and give me a follow. Follow me on there. Subscribe to me, and you can watch it on YouTube. I think sometimes the broadcast quality is better on YouTube than Facebook at times. But I hope everybody had a great time. Got with your family. Our Savior was born, and we're celebrating that night in Bethlehem, as promised long ago in prophecies in the Word. Well, this could be our last good night together. We may never pass this way again. Just let me enjoy till it's over or forever. Please don't tell me how the story ends. See the way our shadows come together. Softer than your fingers on my skin. Someday this may be all that we'll remember of each other. Please don't tell me how the story ends. Never's just the echo of forever. Lonesome as the love that might have been. Just let me go on loving and believing till it's over. Please don't tell me how the story ends. Your never's just the echo of forever. Lonesome as the love that might have been. Just let me go on believing till it's over. Please don't tell me how the story ends. If this could be our last good night together. Oh, good morning, everybody. Miss Beverly over in North Carolina, and Masahiro-san, Masahiro Ishikawa in Japan, is watching. Says, appreciate you, man. New Year's coming up. We're doing a holiday Hoop Nanny version of the show here. And having fun and visiting with everybody. And my friend in England is Jan Brookfield. She'll pop on. I can't scroll on my phone. I've got the phone, cell phone on Facebook. I can see when you come on. I can see my sister Darlene. Good morning. And Masahiro in Japan. And I can't scroll on the phone, so I can't see it. If you message me, I may not see it there. And I've got the laptop pulled. It has me on my YouTube channel. If you haven't followed me there, go to YouTube, Larry Alderman YouTube channel, and just subscribe, follow me, and you can watch it on YouTube also. This is our holiday Hoop Nanny. When we were kids, there was a show, the Hoop Nanny, they called it. Folk music, I think. So we're doing the holiday Hoop Nanny version. Oh, the love you promised would be mine forever. I would have bet my bottom dollar on. Well, it sure turned out to be a short forever. Just once I turned my back and you were gone. Hey, watch this. And from now on, all my friends are gonna be strangers. I was a fool believing in you. Now you are gone. From now on, all my friends are gonna be strangers. I'm all through ever trusting anyone. Well, it amazes me not knowing any better than to think you would always be my true love. Why I should be taken out, charred and feathered, to have let myself be taken in by you. From now on, all my friends are gonna be strangers. I'm all through ever trusting anyone. Yeah, the only thing I can count on now are my fingers. I was a fool believing in you. Now you are gone. Yeah, from now on, all my friends are gonna be a stranger. Oh, I'm all through ever trusting anyone. The only thing I can count on now are my fingers. I was a fool believing in you. Now you are gone. Oh yeah, a little Merle Haggard song there. I always thought that was a clever little way to turn it there. And my brother Mark Alderman, great talking to you on the telephone. We're calling this the Hoop Nanny, the Holiday Hoop Nanny show here this morning. Because it's my show and I decided to call it that. When we were kids, there was a show came on, the Hoop Nanny. Something was, I think it was folk singers, all them Vietnam protesters and such. Joan Baez and that bunch. But I always liked the name Hoop Nanny. I knew a man, Bo Jangles, and he danced for you in worn out shoes, with silver hair and ragged shirt and baggy pants. He did the old soft shoe. He jumped so high, then he lightly touched down. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, damn. Well, I met him in a cell down in New Orleans. I was down and out. He looked at me to be the eyes of age as he spoke right out. Talked of life, he talked of life, and he laughed and slapped his leg a step. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, down. Well, he said his name, Bojangles, then he danced a lick across the cell. He grabbed his pants for better stance, and he jumped so high, and clicked his heels. He let go a laugh, oh, he let go a laugh, shook back his clothes all around. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, down. Well, he danced with those at minstrel shows and county fairs throughout the South. He spoke with tears of 15 years and how his dog and he traveled about. His dog up and died, oh, up and died. After 20 years, he still grieved. He said, I dance now and then, every chance in honky-tonks, for beers and drinks and tips. But most of the time I spend behind these county bars, 'cause I drinks a bit. He shook his head, Lord, he shook his head, and I heard someone ask, please, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, down. Oh, Mr. Bojangles. Jangles. Oh man, I used to enjoy seeing Sammy Davis Jr., that crazy eye is. He could do that song. He did it so well, and he'd do a little soft shoe dancing with it. In those old times when they were doing good music. Miss Bernie Maskell Jr. up down in North. Miss Dawn Marie McLaughlin out there in Arizona. Good morning. She says, good morning, Uncle Larry. We sure enjoy every time that you and Carl come through and visit. We enjoy visiting with all the family. I can't remember all their names. There were so many people. But in Arizona, we had a great time. Actually, I was Troy was kidding. He said, Uncle Larry stays in the pool. I get out there by myself in the pool. And I was finishing up this book. I like to write it all, stay outside. I love it outside. Hate being in the house. And so I was finishing this up. I wrote a bunch of this and even put Arizona is in this book because I was there. And I thought, well, I'll just send this character right over to Arizona. And so I was out in the pool for a long time. I'd be by myself and I was writing. I always write everything in my head before I put it down, songs and books and all that. And I love to get out hiking, fishing, cleaning fence row, working in the garden. And I'll be working and writing something. Can't stand to sit around the house. And I don't sit and write. I write while I'm doing stuff. I like the outside, the sunshine, the fresh air. Don't like being inside. I'll be out there in just a little bit. I've still got greens. I got turnips. I'm sorry, not turnip. Spinach and lettuce growing. They're still green. They've survived a few of the frosts we've had, and they're growing real good in the garden. I put my garden on a slope uphill, and it doesn't. It takes a real hard frost to kill what the winter greens and stuff. Plus, I get good drainage. It's up on the hill by the pasture fence, kind of sloping. Here was one I was working on in Troy's swimming pool there that I'm going to put on a new album when I get everything written for it. And it's called, I guess I'm calling it Trouble Everywhere I Go so far. Well, there's trouble on the front porch, trouble at the door, trouble when I head off down to the store. Lord, it seems I got trouble everywhere I go. Oh, trouble follows me everywhere I go. Now trouble comes around, trouble takes a seat. If I didn't know better, I'd say trouble follows me. Oh, I got trouble everywhere I go. Lord. Seems there's trouble, Lord, everywhere I go. Now there's trouble when I'm riding, trouble when I walk, trouble when I'm quiet, and trouble when I talk. Lord, seems I got trouble everywhere I go. Oh, Lord, trouble seems to follow me everywhere I go. Yeah, let me tell you now, trouble comes around, trouble takes a seat. If I didn't know better, I'd say trouble follows me. Oh, I got trouble, Lord. Trouble's everywhere as I go. Oh, it seems like trouble follows me everywhere I go. Talk about it, guitar. Let me tell you about it now. See how that trouble comes around, trouble takes a seat. If I didn't know better, I'd say trouble follows me. No, I got trouble everywhere I go. Oh, see, my trouble follows me everywhere I go. See, there's trouble on the front porch, trouble at the door, trouble when I go down to the store. Oh, it seems I got trouble everywhere I go. Oh, trouble seems trouble everywhere I go. Yeah, trouble, trouble, trouble everywhere I go. Yeah, I'm just still working on that one. Might put another verse to it sometime. Think of something. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for a train. Feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed did diesel down low just before it rained. Took us all the way to New Orleans. Well, I pulled my harmonica out of my dirty red bandana, and I was playing soft while Bobby sang blues. Lemon chill, I put slapping time, and Bobby clapping hands and finding. Sing every song that driver knew. Freedom just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, Lord, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, were everything I'd done. Each night she kept me from the cold. And one day near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away. Searching for that home I hope she'll find. I trade all my tomorrows for one single yesterday. Holding Bobby's body close to mine. Freedom just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, Lord, but it's free. Feeling good is good enough when Bobby sang the blues, Lord. Well, feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. Y'all know this part? Do it. I can hear you. La 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 la. Me and Bobby McGee. La 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 la. La 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 la, me and Bobby McGee. Me and Bobby McGee. Yeah, rolling through them here this morning. Enjoying visiting with you. Hope you got your coffee a-boiling and your beans bubbling today. Miss Lori wanted a smaller cast iron skillet. Was one of the things that she wanted, and I got a core, and there's cornbread on the way. She wanted to make a little smaller piece of cornbread because there's only two of us. I had a big old pan we've had for 40, almost all the years we've been married, 40 or 50 years. So we got one. There'll be some cornbread, maybe some beans here. It's really funny here where I grew up. Now, beans and cornbread, mashed potatoes was a meal. And I go into a cafe here and I just order white beans and onion, cut me a little onion, and cornbread, and some mashed potatoes on the side. They go, "You don't want any meat?" I think, "No, that's the meal. The beans is a meal. They see it as a side. Oh, you just ordering sides? Well, where I come from, that's a meal right there. Little cowboy coffee time bean meal." Miss Gina Kelly, I see you. Welcome in. Happy New Year, everybody. It's on the way here. Of course, I always think of Hank Williams around this time. He passed away on overnight, January 1st, 1953. I was 6 months old. It's odd, just an odd little thing, but when I was 6 months old, Hank Williams passed away. When my son was 6 months old, Elvis Presley passed away. Don't mean anything, but it's just an odd little thing, you know. But I always think of his songs, and I used to play. Well, goodbye, Joe. He gotta go. He on my own. He gotta go. He down the Bible. Can folks come all around to see my Shazamio? Son of a gun, have big fun on the Bible. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, Philly gumbo. Cause tonight I'm gonna see Mama Shazamio. With a big guitar, fill fruit jar, spend all my payo. Sonny the gun, have big fun on the Bible. Tippy-toe, Fontenot, place it buzzing. And folks come all around to see Mama Shazamio, baby. Big guitar, fill fruit jar, and spend all my payo. Sonny the gun, have big fun on the Bible. Hit jambalaya, crawfish pie, and filet gumbo. Cause tonight I'm gonna see Mama Shazamio. We'll pick guitar, fill fruit jar, and spend all my payo. Sonny the gun, have big fun on the Bible. Yes, Sonny the gun, have big fun on the Bible. Yeah, good old Hank Williams song there. We always think of Hank this time of year. Don't mind everybody. I got two screens going, so I'm going to hold this up over here to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. If you want to follow me, it's Larry Alderman on YouTube, my channel. Cactus Trail, my book 10 of the Blue Mountain series. Now I'm holding it into my cell phone where you can see it on Facebook. And it says, nobody expected what happened next. The lady did not expect a violent gunman with nasty breath. The gunman did not expect a mountain lion, and the horse never expected a bolt of lightning to dance across the corral gate. So you'll have to read her to see what that's all about. And had a lot of fun writing that. It's a Western, but the folks are out of the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's part of my Blue Mountain series on Amazon and Books a Million. Sell some of them. And if you're down in New Zealand and Australia, it's Mighty 8 Books that distributes for Amazon. If you're in England, it's Amazon, and also the Book Depository has them also, distributes them. Well, it's good fun to visit with you. Enjoy a little coffee. I do love my coffee now. I used to take, I said I'd never pay $5 for a cup of coffee. I don't know what they are now, probably more. But I never was interested in Starbucks because I just drank straight black coffee. But when you got a grandchild, you take them where they want to go get a cup of mozzarella, Kamachila, something other, coffee, and all the stuff they put in it, caramel and stuff. So took her in there, and they always look at me, black coffee. And it's like, okay, I'll give you some black coffee. But, that's a lot of money for just a black coffee. But I do like my coffee, and I like it to make outside. I love to make it in the old cowboy coffee pot, Yes, sir. I like that taste there. We love to get out. I've got a pile now to burn. Some wood, brush, we're cut off the fence. And we got trees shedding, the wind. We got a lot of wind here. So anyhow, we'll burn that, and I put that coffee pot on the side and make it like the cowboys did, Somebody asked me, "Will you ever rodeo? You're a cowboy?" No, I never said I ain't no cowboy. I'm a country boy. I wear this hat in honor of people like Hank Williams and Roy Rogers and Gene Autry, people I grew up admiring. John Wayne, he on the wall up there behind me. No, I did. I mean, I rode a stud pony, knocked me off when I was 13. Mama was standing over there, and I forgot myself and said one of Uncle Hurley's words. When I fell off, I was in trouble. But he couldn't get me off. It's embarrassing when your legs is wrapped around it. It's a stud pony, and so he couldn't get rid of me. And I was hanging on, and there was a board sticking out part of the corral, and he took me over and knocked me off with that board. He figured, I'll get you. He did. And I got it for never say the words Uncle Hurley said. If y'all knew Uncle Hurley, you know what I'm talking about. But we love him. He's a great guy. I'll call him again. I tried to call him. He didn't answer. I'll call again. Even my friends in England know about Uncle Hurley and some peach. Anyway, 25 years ago. So still got a little bit left in a jar. I don't drink, and I kept it because it's the last that will ever be made. The guy that made it was Junior Johnson's. He was a moonshiner and a NASCAR driver and a NASCAR crew chief or owner. Junior Johnson, famous. So I just keep it there, just because there's a little left of that, and that won't ever be made again. But don't want no drink. Just it's a novelty to have up in the cupboard up there. Every day I have to cry, son. Every day I have to cry, son. Dry the water from my eyes, son. Every day I have to cry. But I had a little girl, I guess I really loved her. Every night I was thinking of her. You can't mix your love, not a love with money. Cause when you do, you're gonna hurt somebody. Now every day I have to cry, son. Every day I have to cry, son. Dry the water from my eyes, son. Every day I have to cry. Well, I know that I'm just a poor man. But is it wrong to love because I'm not a rich man? Every time you mix your love with money, every time you're gonna hurt somebody. Every day I have to cry, son. Every day I have to cry, son. Dry the water from my eyes, son. Every day I have to cry. Yeah, every day I have to cry, son. Every day I have to cry, son. Dry the water from my eyes, son. Every day I have to cry. Yeah, when I was a boy, they had that 45 on the little phonograph record. You used to get those little plastic centerpieces to put in the 45 and put it on the turntable. That was one of the records around the house. And I used to like that. Like those songs from then. Well, Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror. I get better looking every day. To know me is to love me. I must be a heck of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. Well, I used to have a girlfriend. I guess she just couldn't compete with all those love-starved women who keep cowering at my feet. Oh, I probably could find me another, but I guess they're just all of me. Hell, I never get lonesome, 'cause I treasure my own company. And Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in that mirror. Oh, I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a good man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. Well, I guess you could say I'm a loner, a cowboy out long, tough, and proud. I could have lots of friends if I wanted, but then I wouldn't stand out in the crowd. Some folks say that I'm egotistical. Well, I don't even know what that means. I guess it has something to do with the way that I fill out my pickleball blue jeans. Oh, it's hard, Lord, to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a good man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. One of those old fun songs back in the day. Well, here's a song I wrote when I was just a youngster, a youngin', one of them young fritters. And it helped me come out to Nashville, and I went to the Wilburn Brothers office and played this one for Leslie Wilburn. And, he's one of the brothers. He wasn't one of the Teddy and Doyle were like the stars that sang on stage. Leslie played guitar for him behind him, on the Opry. So, but he ran the publishing company. So I played him this song, and then he took this song immediately and then offered me a 5-year contract to write. After I got back home, I was living at my papa's and working in the cotton mill. Lord mercy. Wally Mills, have mercy. But tomorrow you're leaving the country. This country life just never made you happy. You grew up in the city with all the people, cars, and bars. But won't you stay with me till the sun paints my farm? Oh, I wish you wouldn't go away. I wish you would stay. Lay down sweetly, woman, and just go to sleep in my arms. Won't you stay with me till the sun paints my farm? You tried so hard to make it in the country. I've heard you cry, and I know you're not happy. But now the sun is going down, and this night will not be long. So won't you stay with me till the sun paints my farm? Oh, I wish you wouldn't go away. I wish you would stay. Lay down, sweetly, woman, and just go to sleep in my arms. Won't you stay with me till the sun paints my farm? Oh, just stay with me till the sun paints my farm. Yeah, we had a picture in our when Laura and I first married. From somewhere, we found a little picture and hung it on the wall. We came in from the Army. I got out of the Army briefly, and then I moved to Indiana to play music, and I went back in the Army as reservist, active reserve on the weekends. And we found this picture somewhere. We had it hanging as Wayne Simmons' little old trailers, and nothing but a box over there on the hill, 601, where I'm from, right off of Highway 601, old Highway 601, and going into White Plains. But this little picture had a farm, a little house, and a barn, and the sun was coming up on it. So I was sitting there one day, and it just hit me, man, that'd be a good song right there, a good song idea. Till the sun paints my farm. The sun comes up, and the rays paint your farm. So I sat down and wrote it. Wilburn Brothers, the Opry, back then, they were stars in the 60s. You don't really hear of them anymore now. They were big stars in the 50s and 60s on the Grand Ole Opry. Had a TV show. They discovered Loretta Lynn, put her on their TV show every week. And they recorded this, and that album has never come out, so I hope one day it will. Oh, Brandon Davis, man, good morning to you, brother. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and hope everything's going great. I see you sometimes on Facebook and stuff, doing good. We're just doing a little fun cowboy coffee time, we call it. I just passed 5 years doing this little show, and every Thursday morning at 9 o'clock Central Time. And Masahiro Ishikawa in Japan is watching. It's midnight, about around midnight over there. And Masahiro is a bluegrass musician. Yeah, they're a great band in Japan. And they actually won a fiddling contest. In the mountains where I'm from, they have fiddling conventions. We call them, I guess they call them bluegrass festivals now. I don't know. And that's what I started out playing in when I was 13 with this guy named Bill Jones and J.D. Hammer. He was a banjo picker. And we called ourselves Surrey County Partners, and we go play Beulah Schoolhouse over there and Galax and fiddling convention, places like that. And anywhere they'd like us to jump up and bang on the guitar and a banjo. But anyhow, I started out playing this kind of music. And in the mountains, they called it a bluegrass fiddling convention, and bluegrass festivals. So, but Masahiro Ishikawa, man, good morning to you in Japan. And you, his band is so great. They play so authentic. They could play anywhere here in America. And Miss Debbie Garner, thank you. Good to see you. Good morning. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. I tell you what, if I eat one more Christmas cookie next week when you tune in, it's going to be a big cookie sitting here with a cowboy hat on. So we're going to have to get rid of the sugar here this coming week. I'll tell you right now. Everything but my sugar, Miss Laurie. I ain't going to do that. I ain't get rid of that. Oh, my goodness. The cookies been around here. And, my granddaughter, Michelle, brought over a cherry pie crumble or something like that. Really good cherry pie. Oh, Lord mercy. I'm going to get back in training. But I think, thankful to the good Lord. Just turned 72 and he's blessed me with health. And it's only me that can mess it up. I got to get back to watching it. But done this show for 5 years. We were cutting my album called The Circle in 2019, late 2019. Miss Tina Marr, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. She's good friends with the Roys. I love Lee and Elaine Roy and the whole family. We lost their father and mother. I feel for them this Christmas. They're missing him. This is their first Christmas without him, and our prayers go out to them. But the Roys are so great, and we had Grandpa's Barn, and the manager of the Grand Ole Opry loves that song, Grandpa's Barn, and totally so. I said, man, I just love that song. So great people. Anyway, we've done this show for 5 years. A few weeks ago in November, it was the 5th year. We were recording the album called The Circle, and it's on Apple Music, iTunes, and everywhere. You can check it out. And Donnie Skaggs, one of the Skaggs boys up there from Kentucky, Ricky Skaggs Bunch, and Donnie Skaggs. Donnie was producing with me, that album, and playing guitar on it with me and stuff. And we had a lot of fun people. John Wesley Riles, one of the greatest singers in the world. He wouldn't let me pay him for it. I mean, he's a good old friend. We wrote songs years ago together. When he was a young boy, he had a big hit as a teenager on the radio called K. K, I'm living, let 'em die, and looking out at Music City from my cab. There's a cab driver in Nashville, the song was about, and lonely, and the girl broke up with him, But John Wesley Riles has sang on it. If you've heard any Alan Jackson record, and I can't, all the rest, Lord, Patty Levis, all those, that great harmony up in there is John Wesley Riles. And he came out and sang on Americana for me on my album. We did Americana. My version is the truck driving version. That's how we wrote it originally. But we were sitting there. I was sitting with Donnie Skaggs. We were working on the album about in 2019, October. And he said, man, you ought to do something every week. So people knew they're going to see you, and you could do a little picking and grinning and just, so I started it, and I thought, we'll do it for a year or so. And Merry Christmas, Miss Tina. But 5 years later, here we are. One point I thought, I'll keep doing this, And everybody started sending me messages. No, don't stop. That was about 2022 or something. So we're over 5 years now, having fun and visiting. Always look forward to visiting with you. And I want to give a shout out to my friend in England, such a great guy. And he has the Ghost Rider radio show in England. And he did a Christmas show on Monday, Christmas Eve in England on the radio network. Ghost Rider Radio. Sid Randell, thank you, brother. And he played my song here. On a hill far away from Jerusalem's sweet gate, suddenly a light in the dark. An old shepherd is tired. It's cold with no fire. Then he hears voices in the stars saying, go see him. Riding to Bethlehem down a hard rock trail, carrying the weight of the world. Mother Mary's so pale, that star in the sky shines bright, lighting up the holy night as Mary sings a silent hymn. Riding to Bethlehem. 2,000 years gone, our faith is still strong. From a manger to an empty tomb, His word cannot lie. Hear the mighty host cry, coming down right from the throne room, saying, go see him. Riding to Bethlehem down a hard rock trail, carrying the weight of the world. Mother Mary's so pale, that scar in the sky shines bright, lighting up the holy night as Mary sings a silent hymn, riding to Bethlehem. Oh, behold, I come, my reward is ready for me. Let the weary heart sing, riding to Bethlehem, down a hard rock trail, carrying the weight of the world. Mother Mary's so pale, that star in the sky shines bright, lighting up the holy night as Mary sings a silent hymn, riding to Bethlehem. As Mary sings a silent hymn, riding to Bethlehem. Yeah, thank you, Sid Randell, such a great guy, and he throws in one of my songs once in a while on his show in England over there. I have so many great friends in England, the Haley sisters, Brian, and so many, and Jan Brookfield. I'm gonna forget somebody, but Linda Wainwright, and just on, just great people and great friends and fans, and I appreciate them all. And Miss Brenda Melton, good morning to you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Here we are, just about getting the new year now. And I want to remind you too, before we get out of here, if you haven't picked this up, the book 10 of the Cactus Trail, it's of the Blue Mountain series on Amazon. I'm holding it in the camera over here for YouTube channel. I'm playing this show's going out on YouTube, and then over here on my phone it's going out on Facebook. But yeah, check that book out, and I had so much fun writing it. It's a Western, but it's a family that comes out of the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. Of course, that's how we all did. Some of them had the itchy foot to go somewhere, and they all headed west and rounded up cattle and got in wagon trains. And so this one goes all the way off to Arizona back in the 1880s, 70s and 80s. Well, I've traveled all around this country. In my time, I thought I'd seen it all. But today I took a detour down a back road through a little town whose name I can't recall. There were old men on benches playing checkers, children playing hopscotch on the square. High above the statue of an unknown soldier, old glory was waving in the air. Suddenly I realized what I'd too long forgotten. A chill rose up like mountains on my skin, overcome with the feeling I knew I was seeing America all over again. Americana, pictures of the people proud and free. Americana, I'll keep holding to the dream. You're still what living means to me. I knew to stop and throw me off my schedule, but I parked my rig behind the 5 and dime. Something about a small town in the summer like a Norman Rockwell picture out of time. Kids were courting at the Walker soda fountain, like we did before they built that shopping mall. I saw so many reasons why I love this country. You know, some things never really change at all. As I left the 2-lane road, pulled back on that superhighway, I thought of what I'd seen back in that town. And it hit me like a freight train at a stone's throw from the fast lane. America is still safe and sound. Pictures of the people proud and free. Oh, Americana, I'll keep holding to the dream. You're still what living means to me. You're still what living means to me. One day I was writing with a young lady. She great talent. She played in Nashville a lot. And sweet girl. And she one of those regulars in Nashville. Everybody in Nashville knew her. You've never would have heard of Shelley. But she didn't make it to national prominence, but very much loved here in the music community. And passed away way too young with cancer. But when she got to write with me, she's from Missouri, and she was telling me, she said, my daddy took me to the Americana Theater Mo Bandy had in Branson, Missouri, when I was a girl all the time. And she said, I'm just so pleased to get to write with you that wrote on this song, Americana. And I was like, all right, don't just tell me how you use a little girl. But anyway, it's, talking my age there. But no, she was a darling, and she was just such a good little talent and good person. Well, won't find me hanging around here no more. Won't find me hanging around here no more. That white line's calling, Lord, that highway's calling me, and you won't find me hanging around here no more. Doc Watson kind of, I wish I could play like Doc Watson. Well, I won't be hanging around your front porch. Won't be hanging around your front porch. That highway's a calling, and I feel like traveling on. Won't find me hanging around here no more. Now y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone. Y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone. But that highway white line calling me, and I feel like moving on. Won't find me hanging around here no more. Guitar. Tell it. Talk about it. Yeah, won't find me hanging around here no more. Won't find me hanging around here no more. No, y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone, and you won't find me hanging around here no more. Well, I won't be hanging around your front porch. Ain't gonna be hanging around your front porch. Oh, like last week's payday, Lord, I'm gonna be gone. And won't find me hanging around you no more. Won't find me hanging around you no more. Yeah, won't find me hanging around here no more. Miss Beverly in North Carolina says she's following along on her horn. She's a very talented lady. And what all do you play? I say, I know the horn. You play the horn. You play the dulcimer, and you play bass, hound dog bass. And, very talented lady, sweetheart. And Joy, she's always down there. You can catch her on Saturdays in Mayberry over there in Mount Airy, down at the Easter Brothers, doing a little picking with everybody. Miss Denise Ray and all Easter and everybody. Well, I go back to being a kid with Easter Brothers. I was 15 years old. I was so honored. Well, I was playing music with Linda Easter and Russell Jr. And we had a little youth group, just kids. We'd get up and play at their shows before the men, the Easter Brothers came on, the headliners. And then one day they asked me, I just couldn't believe it. The guys asked me, would you play guitar for us on the electric there? So I went out some with them for a bit that summer to different churches and places and played with the Easter Brothers. And, I was so honored to do that. I bought a little homemade banjo from the Easter Brothers store. Somebody had a lug nut on the back of it, and it was Formica. Those old tabletop things was on the head of the banjo. It was homemade. Somebody up in the mountains made it, and I got that from them when I was a kid. And I bought a resonator guitar from them. It said Dixie on the top of it, and came out to Nashville, and I had such a rough time. First I was sleeping in my car, then the first trip, one trip, and then I went back, sold everything I had, my car and everything I had, and went and stayed in a boarding house room, walking the streets of Nashville, trying to get started, trying to get going. And I did come out with a contract with some famous, Wilburn Brothers. They operated right for their company. But all that month or more, before that, all through the heat of the summer, I didn't have anything. Nothing was happening. I was hitting those offices, playing them songs, picking up the guitar anywhere they let me. It didn't run me off. And I hate it, but I was a young kid, and I got so discouraged that I couldn't find a way to make a living at the music. And I didn't want to go back to the cotton mill. So I left that guitar in a closet in the boarding house room, and I've always regretted that. But I was just a dumb kid, I turned 19 there in the car, sleeping, and then without there. Tony Johnson went with me, bass player, friend of mine, a kid. He was Clyde Johnson's son in North Carolina, Mount Airy. Clyde was the MC for the merry-go-round. And he was always encouraging me when I was 13, 14 years old. And I actually got to come to King, North Carolina, and play a place there with the Wilburn Brothers. And they put me up to sing on their show. And everybody, my family was there, and it was just a great thing. And Clyde was so proud. He was standing out there just beaming. He was so proud of me. And he came out that night. And I drove the limo. They had a big old black limo, and I drove them to Mount Airy because it was my hometown. I knew the way. But it's so funny. I went up the wrong way on the ramp, and I thought they were asleep. And Teddy went, "Oh, my God. I thought you knew where you were." Well, I just, that's okay. You just go back to sleep. I got you. But Tony, I did the same thing with Tony Johnson when we drove my 66 Ford out here. He came out with me a few days, and we tried to get a job on the operating places. We didn't know nothing. But I started down what's called 24 here, and I wanted to go 40 East, come back home, Carolina. And when I saw what I'd done, it was late night. I just backed up down here and said, Tony's about to get down the floorboard. And so anyway, yeah, when you're young, But I remember the first time I pulled up on I-40, and it was 75 miles an hour speed limit. I thought I was Richard Petty. I roared into Nashville on that 66 Ford that night. Well, Well, it's about time, boys and girls. I got to get to work now. I'm working on book 11 called On Wings of Cherubim that I'm working on now. It'll be book 11 in the Blue Mountain series. And I got some things I got worked up in it. I'll get outside, check on the chickens, and watch for old Hawk. I got a hawk. She sits back here on the tree. And I just tell her, you ain't getting them. I got double chicken wire around it. You ain't getting my chickens. But it's a beautiful big old hawk. So anyway, y'all have a great week. We're going to wrap her up now. And I got to go to work now. All the fun's done. And appreciate everybody. And I hope you just have the greatest 2025s coming up. Good Lord, take a liking to you. Miss Fletcher Edwards, good morning to you and howdy. I appreciate your messages. Maybe we'll have some coffee one of these days. Figure a place, something. And anyhow, y'all have a great day and a great week. And I'm going to get out of here and get busy and do a little bit of work out here. And the weather's a little moderate. I'm going to work in my storage barn there. You know, everything you get, it's big until you start putting stuff in it, right? So anyhow, I do a little sorting out this thing. And then a tornado came through and took my tool shed. So then I had to put the lawnmower and tools in there with everything else. So I'm going to have to build me another shed and get some of that out of there. So y'all have a great day. Keep that coffee boiling and your beans are bubbling. And we're going to get on out of here and see y'all later around the bend. Y'all have a great week and come back and see us. We appreciate you and we'll talk to you later. Bye now. See you around. Well, you can't roll skate in the buffalo herd. Can't roll skate in the buffalo herd.